But you know how these things are. Sometimes you just have to up and go.
But what about...
Look, you'll be fine, okay? Back before you know it.
What do I do now? I don't even know her name. Brown Brothers, this is good. Jang Noi Samsung. Water 3 times a day, keeping sunlight for constant growth. Goya. She's cute. That's just horrible. How many books do we have here? Look down the end of the alley on page 35. Oh, let's go to page 35.
Page 34. Dolly in the alley. Circus Voltaire. Like the pinball machine. Circus Voltaire. Red, bloody red. The scene echoes visually around her of the struggle and violence of the battle. In her head, the seed of violence was planted at a young age and grown into the gory acceptance of grim bloodshed over the years. The only thing haunting her now is the guilt of lies. How will she tell Joe what she has done? But the bad feelings are briefly put on hold, for she has cracked it right open, and for a moment is flying in the ecstasy of discovery. The mystery is no longer a mystery nor mysterious. She sees clearly and closely right through it all. On her mind lays a field of lies that never ends, constantly growing and feeding off words that have no meaning. How will she find the right words to say, "I'm a liar"? Trying to shrug off these feelings, she desperately clears her head. She needs to think of nothing, absolutely nothing, before she breaks down, but she instead dives into the river of ego to find solitude. She questions if she is mighty. She is one woman and they were all men, like the pen is mightier than the sword. Jenny's mind has done more against their strength and numbers than all their minds combined. All at once her thoughts conclude she wants to see Joe. She needs to tell him something. She needs to get the skeletons out of her closet.
What happened? It's no good.
Oh, no, you don't. This is no time to be rescued.
Red, bloody red. Red. Cracked it right open, and for this moment, I am flying in the ecstasy of discovery. Clearly, closely. Hang on a sec. She sees clearly and closely right through it all. What the hell's going on here? This is weird. What the hell am I doing here? Man, just think of nothing, man. Stop thinking about this. Stop thinking. Clear your mind, clear your head. Think of absolutely nothing. Think of nothing, man. Desperately clears her head. She needs to think of nothing, absolutely nothing. Nothing but a pen. Like the pen is mightier than the sword. Must be Joe. What now? She needs to tell me something. She needs to get the skeletons out of her closet. Her closet.
It's out of tune. Do you play any musical instruments?
Yeah, nah, I don't. I used to travel with a travelling band, but I didn't play anything. I didn't play anything. So I figured, why don't I play nothing somewhere else? You ever heard of Consulate Valley?
Another drink for a poor old soul. My father's got it, and my mother's got it, and my brother's got it, and I think my grandma had it too. And you've got it, and you've got it, and you. Do you think a train goes faster once it wanders off its tracks? I mean, to say it may cover more distance, but will it actually go further? You see, I came off a train once, and I looked this way, and I looked that way, and you know what I found? I found nothing that I owned. I found nothing that I owned. Isaac, a drink for
Thomas.
Tommy. Isaac, one more beer for Tommy, me boy. You like owning things?
Sure.
You see, what I'm trying to say is people borrow things and they think it belongs to them. But all of them is just a loan. You see, there is no war worth fighting for and no job worth working in. If it wasn't for this damn engine, I would have been out of here by now. Thomas, another question for me.
Yeah.
The great bank robbery in 1919 was masterminded by which New York gangster?
I don't know.
You don't know. In that case, I may ask you a few more questions. Hang on a tick. In what year was baseball invented?
1940.
Wrong. Who am I? I'm dark, brown, and short.
Look, I think I better get out of here, so...
Hold on. Just one more question. Do you really want to get out of here?
Yes.
Well, that's not the way out. Remember what I told you?
You didn't tell me anything.
Empty your pockets. Seven. 11. 11. 7. 11.
'When we reached that valley, I decided I wanted to become a landscape painter. You ever seen Conchita Valley at daybreak? No. Yeah, so I quit the band and set up camp on top of a cliff in a hunting shack. Plan was to paint a masterpiece, sell it, and take it easy a while.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. Every morning I tried to paint that valley at the exact point of daybreak, you know, when the sun cleaves the sky with colours. But I couldn't get the colours right. You know, there was a certain rare red I could never quite mix. You know, sort of pink, purplish colour. Yeah, so one day instead of painting, I went into town and sold that paint box and easel and bought an old 22. Next morning I was back there where I was every morning. Only this time, instead of a paintbrush, I was holding a gun. I had the barrel right up against my temple. Yeah, I closed my eyes. I saw an acrobat whose head was bandaged and who appeared to be on the verge of fainting.
Strange.
Yeah. The wind blew hard in the trees and bent the branches. I pulled the trigger about then, but nothing. Not a bang, not even a click. I figured the guy sold me scrap metal instead of a gun. Later, I met this little gypsy kid who didn't know any better. He had a compass, right, that only worked when it felt like it. I swapped the gun for his compass. Here, have a look. Ah.
So, it's a compass that works when it feels like it, a gun that won't shoot, and an engine that's broke. Now that's fantastic.
Sorry I took so long. I just had something I had to take care of. You know, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I'm sitting at my car at the traffic lights. Of course, it's a painful red. And up beside me pulls this old gold BMW. Snazzy looking little thing. Anyway, the man in the passenger seat winds down his window and stares directly at me. He had his old face and no hair and all those small type reading glasses. He was wearing a suit though, looked classy. Anyway, he indicates for me to wind down my window, which I do of course, and he just keeps on staring. And then I say, hello? And he doesn't even say anything. And then I say, hey, what are you... Joe, come on in here. Get to it. Slower, Joe. Slower.